This is a HeadGum podcast.
Gather round! I like that! Yeah!
Yes!
Mess around!
That's what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh!
All day. Mess around. All night. Look at that.
They messing around.
All right, should we dive into this?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel.
Season 5, we're unsure,
Yeah.
mainly because we don't remember what happens in Season 5.
Season 5 was a strange one. It does feel like I'm like, even watching that episode, a lot of familiar stuff, but at the same time, I was still kind of going like, I was a little unsure. I was watching it as if I'd never seen it before.
I remember, so the Season 5 premiere, I remember because, man, they came out with a bang. Right? It was, and we had Aaron O'Malley was directing. Berkeley Johnson wrote this. And for me, I remember this feeling like a big deal because it was the same feeling I got when in season 1 they did Cece's Crashes. And I was like, whoa, like they're giving Cece just like this big story where we're kind of understanding her. And I feel like the premiere of season 5 was like that for me, where they're like, let's learn about her family, her life, what's made Cece. I love this episode. It was really great. We shot a lot of it downtown at MacArthur Park in that famous building where they shot Crash.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. MacArthur Park. Home of heroin.
Ah, man, you know what? I remember opening my trailer door to go in to shoot, in that little blue dress I was wearing, looking all cute. And they had, I don't even remember this, but they had security guards in front of every single one of our trailer doors. Mm-hmm. And you would open it, and I remember the guy would offer his hand, and he would help me step over hundreds of pill bottles and syringes to make sure they didn't go into the bottom of my shoe.
Oh, yeah.
To get across to go into the location to shoot. And that felt very different than the seasons before. Something happened in MacArthur Park, man, where it really just took a turn.
You know what's so funny? It's they have security guards outside, obviously, so people don't, come in, do weird stuff, steal, whatever.
Sure.
But nothing ever happened when we were down there. Nothing ever happened.
Nothing ever happened.
But I got robbed on the Fox lot.
What?
You remember that?
My gosh, I do remember that.
They had robbed a few trailers. Mine was one of them. Bones the same day they hit TJ Thine on Bones.
How with all the cameras did they not see? There's gonna be
I don't
cameras
know.
all over that lot.
I don't know. They never found out who the hell did it. I don't think. They took my wallet. I forget what else they took out of my trailer.
No, there was a computer. I remember a computer went missing.
Maybe that
was from a different trailer.
I don't think my computer went missing. I think it was just my wallet and money. It was like $18,000 in cash. No, I'm kidding.
18,000 pennies are in there.
Time to collect, Fox.
Season 5. Here, can I just put out a call to action? CTA. CTA for the podcast listeners for season 5. Listen, I just I did the Bear rewatch.
Oh, Lord.
For season 4. I know. Okay, it's my own thing. I've got this away from you. Just let me do my call to action. Close your ears, Lamorne. But it was a struggle, you guys. It was a struggle. Season 4 was a real struggle. Okay.
They know.
So here's what I thought is when we rewatch season 5, dear listeners, when you're rewatching with us, please join my team. And as you watch, just put that extra filter, extra thought in your brain to also scan for bears. And then feel free to DM the Mess Around IG account so that at the end of this season, it's not as much of a stretch. Can I just tell you something that's really funny about the bear recap is that the ones where they can't find a bear, if, you should just know this for yourself, if anyone says Winnie the Bish, they count it as a bear sighting because it's close enough to Winnie the Pooh.
No.
That's why you can't do the bear recap anymore. You can't take it.
Now, are we on the same page, Hannah, that this is a joke? I mean, what are you talking about?
It makes me so happy. Let me have something in this life, okay?
Oh, my God.
Let me have one thing. I just want one nice thing. Okay, all right. Let's get into this episode.
Okay, so here we go. Season 5, episode 1, Big Mama P.
Hey.
Big Mama P. What's so funny is that I saw the title and I went to rewatch it. The title was on, and I thought Big Mama. I just saw Big Mama, and I thought this is the episode my mom comes on because they call her Big Mama. And I was like, hey, the whole time I'm like, my mom showed up to the wedding. No, she didn't. She didn't come to Cece's wedding, did she? What's happening here? But anyway, written by
Big Mama Perique.
Big Mama Perique. Berkeley Johnson wrote this thing, directed by Aaron O'Malley. It actually aired January 5th, for those who are wondering, 2016. Which is, you were part of the trend of the 2016 trend posting
I
stuff
love
in
that
2016.
trend. Let me tell you, every woman loves to post a picture of herself from 10 years ago. That trend was built for ladies. We're like, yeah, sure. What should we look like a decade ago? This is a fun walk for us.
Some of them, because now they all on Ozempic, so you never know.
I know. Last woman standing out here.
Yeah, no. Now, apparently this episode was shown on airplanes for a month before it premiered on TV.
I remember that too.
That's wild.
Yeah, you had to get on a plane. A true New Girl fan had to get on a plane. Mm-hmm. Isn't that crazy?
I'm down to go to Detroit. And then they just go and...
What's a 21-minute flight?
I know, right? Okay, so as season 5 begins, we're diving straight into the schmeesy wedding era with an engagement party. Maid of honor Jess has arranged for Cece's mom to fly out as a surprise, but there's one big problem. You see, well, this is kind of awkward, but Cece, dumbass, she hasn't told her mom that she's getting married. I'm not sure who does that, but I guess in TV, Cece does it. Plus, there's this whole jumble with Nick picking up the wrong mom at the airport, which is kidnapping and kind of racist. It's kind of racist and kidnapping. Just breaking a bunch of bones. Winston breaking out Prank Sinatra. It's a whole mess, which is great for our show. All right, you want to dive in?
Sure. So in our cold open, we cross-cut between Schmidt and Cece, asking Nick and Jess to be their best man maid of honor. I love that I got to wear the kimono. You know why I love that? Because fittings on TV shows take a long time. And I had to have no fitting for the kimono.
Yeah, just throw a little shawl on.
Just throw his kimono on.
Mm-hmm.
And their question and answer style could be more night and day. Cece is just like, oh, I need coffee, whatever, and then gets to be super nonchalant. This would also, by the way, be me in real life. Like, I'm not a wedding person. I'm not like the person who gets excited to go to weddings. Haven't really been to a lot of weddings intentionally. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't think that being part of a wedding party is a big deal. So this was pretty close to life for me to be like very nonchalant and be like if you want to do it. And if you don't, like, it's like honestly not a big deal.
I feel like that's how you would ask to like get married if you would propose to your husband. I feel like you'd be like,
if you want to. If you don't need to.
You trying to be at the church at like 12 in a month? Because I'll be there if you want to be there.
Yeah, it's all right. But if not, you're not going anywhere.
I will find you.
And then the Schmidt and Nick proposal? Like, I don't even know what to call that moment.
He gets on one knee.
When Schmidt does that thing where he's trying to hold it together and you can see his feelings are hurt and he does the blink.
Yeah.
It really gets me. I really feel for him.
Oh my gosh. Him on one knee is hilarious. I don't know why. It's like, we talk about it all the time, but the real will they won't they was Schmidt and Nick.
100%. The fact also you're hiding in the shower.
Well, I'm a voyeur.
A prank.
Winston's a voyeur, you know what I mean?
I would believe it. I would believe it.
He likes to watch. What a weirdo. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so then we have their proposals for their maid of honor and best man. It all goes according to plan for the groom and the maid of honor.
Yes.
And then we get to see their wedding vision board,
which is crazy. It's again, this goes back to something's off with Schmidt. He made a vision board. Cece is, even though especially culturally, it's such a big wedding.
Sure.
It's you ain't doing a damn thing. It's Schmidt doing everything.
But I feel like the yin and yang of like a relationship, right? If somebody's like 100% about something, the other person can be like, oh, I don't even have to get in the car and drive this thing. Like, you got it. And so you do that weird balance, which often then, by the way, listeners, leads to imbalance and resentment. Okay.
Yes.
Find a way to participate. Get involved.
Yeah. Yeah. And especially when it comes to paying the bills, get a job.
Crystal, you better pay those bills.
Let me tell you something, Crystal. Get your ass up. Go to work. Go to
Rub
work.
that rose quartz together.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Oh my gosh. So Jess goes, look at us. A year ago, we were spinning around like a bunch of cows in Twister, and now everything is great. And even Winston, he saved a kid's life by lifting up a car. It's the Tell me about shooting that flashback.
That was interesting. That was because I did it practically. I lifted the car for real. And there was they had a stunt kid in there, like a kid. There was a car really on a kid. You know what I mean? To give me motivation. Now he could have survived for another 10
Your
seconds.
method.
Well, to be
Crush your
fair,
baby.
he wasn't going to get crushed. If he waited another 15 seconds, he would have. But they knew that I was going to, you know what I mean, get busy. Quad City. Had to get
Sure.
down, you know, had to brace back, you know what I mean, back.
Yeah.
You know, core, you know.
Core.
Thighs.
Yes.
Bow. Lift that. Lift.
Yeah.
Lift. You know what I mean? Save life.
Yes.
Core, thigh, back, lift, save life. Carport Hero. Carport Hero, baby.
So we're just saying words now.
I mean, I'm just emotion. It's just emotion. You know what I mean?
Toe, finger, ear, nose.
All part of the body.
Rescue.
All part of a rescue. You can't rescue somebody with no nose. You know what I mean? If you ain't got no nose, you ain't rescuing nobody.
Season 5 premiere, you guys. We've got the behind the scenes secrets that nobody knows about New Girl.
No, but I didn't really lift it.
I'm doing great.
I didn't really lift it.
The revelation. Okay. All right. So Schmidt and Jess, they chat. This makes sense, by the way, about the upcoming engagement party. And Jess is secretly planning to fly in Cece's mom. First of all, if you're listening, don't do that. Nobody needs a surprise human unless they've explicitly sat down and been like, you know who can't be here and I really wish could be? Then maybe. But that's still a 50-50. Big Mama P is played by Anna George. She played my mom in the movie Miss India America, which I shot, I feel like, at the same time or right before we were doing this. And I love Anna. She is one of the nicest, most beautiful, kind, smart
She
women.
doesn't. She looks like your age. She doesn't look like a mom, and especially in this
You know
one, I was
what
like,
I
they
was
tried to
going to
age
say?
her up. I want to say.
When I watched this, here's what I thought. I thought, man, she's so, like, she looks amazing. And I was like, we could play sisters. And then I thought, I can't say that on the podcast tomorrow. Because Lamorne is not going to let me have that moment of like, oh, let's compliment Anna and like how young she looks.
You didn't
It's
think I was
gonna
going
be
to say
more-
she would?
How old I look.
No, I was going to say like if this were to come out now, you could play her mom. Like now, like back then, I get
This
it.
is why I
Now-
don't do game shows with you. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, so Jess insists Cece's mom is secretly romantic. She used to be a Bollywood dancer. So Jess booked Mahat Moves Gandhi for the party.
Is that a real name?
No, but it's so good. I remember they
Mahat
always said
Moves Gandhi.
Berkeley Johnson was like the king of names. I wonder if this was a Berkeley classic.
It could be.
Mahat Moves Gandhi. That also feels like a little sacrilegious, but
Well, here's the thing. It always reminds me of like when it's when something when you're like identifying something that like something culturally or race related has to be in the name. Like a superhero, if he's black, they go, it's the black this.
sure.
You know what I mean? Like her name couldn't have been like Tina Gets Busy.
Sure.
Like Tina got moves. It's Mahat Moves Gandhi.
Mahat Moves Gandhi.
It had to be so on the nose.
I just did Super Troopers, which has a very Indian storyline because it's about this brother-sister relationship between Jay Chandrasekhar and myself is one of the storylines. And man, there are some Gandhi references there too. Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's okay if it's your own people doing it.
That's what Jay said.
If
He's
I
like,
could talk,
we're saying it. Who's going to say something to us?
yeah, you're good.
I said,
there.
all right. Okay, so they want to give Nick a super light lift that he can't mess up, right? He's kind of like a best man just from like a love-based thing, but they don't need him to do any best man duties because they don't believe in Nick's capabilities. So they just say, you just have to get in the car, pick up her mom, and bring her. That's it. It's like not rocket science. I do think it's crazy that they didn't like give the mom's phone number or someone to text. To be like, I'm waiting here. He just snatched an Indian woman off the street.
Right. But before he did that, can we talk about what was in his car just quickly? I never seen anything like that. It was, but the one thing that stuck out was there was an additional steering wheel just in his car for some reason.
I will say when I moved to LA, I did not know how to drive at all. And I rented a car. I think it was called Oceanside driving school. I rented the car there. It was so expensive. I don't know why I rented a car.
How'd they give you a car if you couldn't drive?
Well, a woman named Destiny taught me how. And so Destiny just yelled at me the entire time. She was always in a fight with her boyfriend. She didn't know why her boyfriend was being so mean to her, Destiny said, because she would buy him Sean John shirts from Marshalls. And she was just like, it doesn't matter if the Sean John shirt is like printed like misspelled. He should be like happy with his Sean John shirt. Destiny, I put my Garmin in, to like help guide me, like the GPS tracking thing. And she got in the car and she ripped it off the dashboard and threw it out. And she said, you think you can be on the side of the street and going boop, 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 boop? She goes, you're dead. She was like, you need to know the streets.
This the car rental place? Oh.
I loved her so much. So Destiny taught me how to drive.
Damn.
And then at the driving school, you could rent their cars for $1 million a month. I thought that's how you rented a car. I didn't really know.
And that's what you did. You rented it from Destiny.
I rented Destiny's car, I think.
A Garmin-less Ford Fiesta.
She would, and you know what she told me too? I will never forget this. She said, when you are driving, I need you to know who the real gangsters in LA are. And she was like, not messing around. She was like, LA bus drivers. They don't care. She's like, if you see a bus, you stop in the middle of the road. I don't care if you're in the middle like of an intersection. Let the bus go. They will take you out.
Oh yeah, my aunt got hit by a bus in LA twice.
This is what I'm saying. Destiny knew.
But she sued for I think for $5 million each or $10 million each. I think each time.
Get out.
Yeah, twice. She was a runner, and twice she got hit by a bus.
Get out.
Yeah.
No, the whole reason I'm telling you this is that when I would drive, you always have to go into parking garages, and on the other side, the car where the little side mirror is, it's so far over there. So I would knock it, clear off, and I'd have to get around my car, pick it up, and then I tried to duct tape it for a while, but then I'd knock it off. And so for a while, I just kept that piece of the car in the glove box because it's not like I was using it to check. And I kept knocking it off and having to get out in traffic to pick it up. So I understand Nick's relationship with this car. You might need a spare steering wheel, or you don't need that side mirror. I'm just saying.
And what's a brake? Who cares?
Destiny.
Destiny don't give a damn.
I love her. Okay, so
shout out to
shows
Destiny
up,
who works at Spearmint Rhino. Where does she work?
her boyfriend works at Spearmint Rhino. She was the one. She was in charge there.
Right.
Okay, so Winston shows up. Nick and Schmidt break out into a rendition of Hero.
That's
Remember
right.
how big that song was by Enrique?
Yeah. Oh my God, Enrique Iglesias. He's one of the goats. He's the Carport Hero. I can be your hero. Anyway, that should have. I wonder if that song. I wonder if that song has royalties. Because every time I've sang every time I sung a song on New Girl, I would get royalties.
Get out.
Yeah, from like BMI.
Even if it's a cover, I think if it's under 15 seconds though or something, right? Then you don't.
I forget.
It doesn't count.
I think this is
like
a sad song. I think I got paid for this. Is a sad song. Elations.
Elations.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So meanwhile, Cece's mom is stranded at LAX. No pickup in sight. And at the engagement party, Cece storms up to Jess and says, I just got a voicemail from my mom at the airport. Did you fly her in? And Jess is like, you're so happy. It's going to be a surprise.
Yeah.
Cece does not look happy.
No.
Then Nick calls Jess just as Cece is trying to say something very important. She doesn't get it out. And Nick goes, I've got Cece's mom in the car. But we now, as the audience can see, that ain't Cece's mom.
Not at all.
No.
Alleged translation of what the woman was saying in the car. Who are you? Where are you taking me? I am afraid of you. Is this a taxi? Not mom, portrayed by Mona Sishodia. Did I say that right? Sishodia?
Sishodia. Yeah.
Sishodia. Yes, and then we see Big Mama P actually getting into the cab.
A cab. Also, on a cultural level, this is bad.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't have your mom just hanging out at the airport, no one picking her up, and then, like, not being driven in this big city by, like, it's the layers of this are not good.
Is it wrong that I don't always pick, most of the time, I'll, send a chauffeur to get my mom from the airport?
How is that bad? That's, like, so lovely.
Some people were like, you should go pick her up. I was like,
No, but you're
what?
sending a car. You're not making her have to figure out anything.
Yeah.
You send a car service to pick your mama.
Sometimes I feel
think
bad.
that's lovely.
Sometimes I feel bad.
Well, then you should do it. If that's what's happening internally, then you should pick her up.
But I'll feel worse having to go wait at the airport.
There you go. So. You have to ask your mom, tell me the truth. Does it ever hurt your feelings? I don't want to pick you up, and then you'll know.
No, she'll say no. My mom loves the fact. My mom loves when I get rest.
She's a chauffeur. She's like,
she loves when I get rest.
Oh.
She's like, don't drive. If I say, Mom, I gotta go to work, she goes, are they sending you a driver? I go, no, it's my job. I'm just driving down the street, Mom. It's okay. Have somebody else drive you. She hates it. I think she might just not like my driving.
This is what we're learning.
Yeah.
You're a good driver.
I'm one of the best. That's what they say. Cece.
Okay, Cece is pacing. Her anxiety is through the roof. Jess is like, what's going on? And then she has to say, I haven't told my mom we're getting married. And Jess is like, you know what? It's going to be okay because I'm here with you. She's really taking being like the maid of honor very seriously. And she's just sort of like, I'm supposed to take care of everything for the bride so the bride doesn't worry and she has the best time of her life. She's really taking this role seriously. And then she goes to sing The Year of Us and then she falls backwards down the stairs.
Which is so dumb. How would you do that?
The craziest prank ever. It is, or prank stunt ever. And it's a very intimidating flight of stairs, like in real life. It's very steep and there's many of them. So I remember Aaron O'Malley standing there being like, how do we do this safely? And I think they kind of did it in bits. Like they may have done one full roll, but they kind of did it in bits just to like be
They had
safe.
to. Yeah, you can't have somebody roll all the way down unless you're trying to get it in one shot, which if they cut, first of all, if they did the stunt in one shot and they didn't air it in one shot, I'd be pissed if I was the stunt person. I'd be like, you mean to tell me I could have taken this 6 steps at a time? I'd have to do all 37. Man.
Okay, so then we cut to Jess with 2 casts on her legs, plus 1 in her arm, telling Cece she's going to be good as new in no time. And then she's like, no judgment, but like also a little bit judgment, but you should have told your mom you were getting married. And I can understand this. I know a lot of friends of mine who were the first generation to want a love marriage over an arranged marriage, and they didn't tell their parents when they had a boyfriend, especially a white American boyfriend or white Canadian boyfriend, and it was and then to get engaged, also didn't tell them. And it comes from, I know it sounds confusing, but it comes from a place of love. Like they don't want to cause their parents stress or disappoint them or anything, and so they're trying to craft like a perfect scenario. But it's hard, because you're breaking a generational cycle that's existed for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, thousands of years.
Maybe even millions.
1 billion years.
That's right. All the way back to the draconian star system. All the
into the void. Okay, so Jess says, we're going to get the blessing. The stairs broke my body, but not my spirit. And with that, I rise.
I rise like Maya Angelou. And then she doesn't.
She does not rise.
Because her body is broken. And Cece says, okay, you can't go to this party. Now I have to go find Schmidt to tell him. Now Jess calls Nick. And he tries to stall Cece's mom, not mom. And and Nick, he kind of messes it up immediately by making hand gestures that freak her out. Like, why would you say, I'm gonna
kill this idea, and we're going to laser tag.
Groomsmen assemble. So we got Big Schmidt. My gosh, Big Schmidt. We got Robbie. We got Winston. We got Jay Cronkite Valley Forge, which is hilarious. That name always gets me. Jay Cronkite Valley Forge, CFO of Astrat. And then Winston has a statement from groomsman number 3, which is Coach. He can't
Damon
fly
doesn't want to come to work that day? Because Damon should have been in the premiere.
Coach.
I was like, where was Damon?
Yeah, Damon was available. I think this is when Damon was just like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, it's like we did the whole goodbye, you guys.
It's like you keep trying to
You shot a whole farewell episode to me. You put me back in the premiere. We missed it.
Now, Valley Forge, he sees Winston and he goes, "Oh, you're the Carport Hero." And everybody goes, "Ooh!" And again, Winston is kind of over it. He's like, "Act normal. I'm a regular fun guy who does pranks." Like that badger who almost killed a bunch of people at Cece's wedding last wedding. Yeah, pranks are natural, baby. That was me.
You know what's funny is what's happening with Winston makes me think a little bit of what happens right now with like social media and people on like who are trying to kind of break out and be known as an influencer of something, and say they want to be like a fashion influencer, right? But then someone catches them eating a burger and they do like, they break their burger apart and just eat their lettuce and they do the thing and what, I don't know, something weird, right? And then they go viral for this crazy interaction or something. And now you're defined as the like weird deconstructed burger girl. And you're trying to build this brand over here. And no one can let it go. And that happens to a lot of people because then they're like, oh, we know who you are. We know what you are. We look at the meme. We see the funny little viral clip. And then that's it. We're not interested in anything else. We've boxed you and we know you. And this is what happens to Winston in this episode. He's like, I want to be the prank guy. Think of all my great pranks. I'm the prank guy. And they're like, no, you're a Carport Hero. And he's like, no, I don't want to be defined by Carport Hero. Don't. Drop it. Stop it. I don't care.
Yeah, it's he doesn't want that, but eventually you can see that he does.
Right, it comes around.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Where are we right now?
So Cece's mom enters the engagement party.
Oh boy, boy. Yeah, Schmidt sees her across the room. He approaches to introduce himself. Now, keep this in mind. He thinks that she already knows who he is. You know what I mean? And he goes in.
Talking about his head placement in the hug. Why did he
on them bosoms?
What are you doing?
You got to get to the light. You got to get to the life source. You got to get to the well.
Stand up. I mean? I was like, what are you doing? Why are you lowering your head into her chest?
He trying to see. He trying to see if mama like daughter. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think we kind of are.
And he goes in for that one-sided head hug, you know, and she has, we realize she has no damn idea who he is because she says, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
So you're the man marrying my daughter. No wonder she didn't tell me she was engaged.
That's ruthless.
Yeah. Like, oh.
That's a ruthless line.
Oh, yeah. And she says she disapproves. In fact, strong disapprove. Yikes. And that's when you can actually see the pain on his face when he says,
I know. That's why, I mean, Max is so powerful because you're just like, you believe it. The sting. You believe the sting.
Man.
So Cece runs in. She's like, I can explain everything. And then Nick arrives with not Cece's mom. Mm-hmm. And then she's like, except for that. And then Big Mama P comes at her with the math.
That's
and I feel like this, like the way she breaks it down, like all the way down where she goes, like you basically had 45 million available men. If I eliminate even if I give you all the benefits of the doubt.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of my girlfriends got that speech.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? To be like, really? Like, you couldn't find one in all of these that would make us happy and honor our culture, and like, it's this guy, it's, Chad. Anyway, so I feel like that speech was like taken from someone's sharing something real.
I almost think not every culture, but I think most cultures are like that, still. People are like, no, you got to marry within your own,
Kind.
group, community. Hannah, you disappointed every.
My dad
Well, no, you're
had a
mixed.
love
You're
marriage.
mixed.
I know. My dad, though, went through it with his family. And so it was really interesting. For me, my dad was sort of like, he had no opinion on anyone I dated or anything, because he was sort of like, that's like, he really struggled with his family when he had a love marriage. And so
He didn't trip even when you dated Kanye?
You're really trying to make this one happen, huh? You've been trying to make this happen for 5-6 years.
We love Kanye.
Oh my God! Yay! I think so. He had no opinion, so I could not relate to a lot of my girlfriends in college because they went through it with their parents, and my dad was just like, no, I went through it for you.
Yeah, and in that moment, after she gives her that speech, Cece's in tears. She apologizes to Schmidt. Schmidt's disappointed in her, and she just wanted the moment to be right to tell her mom. She walks off. Now Jess shows up at the venue. After hearing about Nick's fumble, she borrows a neighbor's motorized wheelchair, of course. The same neighbor who was there earlier. Glenn, who loved Winston. Loved Winston, the Carport Hero, that whole thing. She gets to the stairs. Winston appears, and she asks for some help getting up the stairs. And she's like, come on, you're the Carport Hero. I need your help. Winston's like, again. Enough for the 4th time. No more Carport Hero stuff. Tonight, I'm Frank Sinatra. I see that meme, or I see, that meme, and like, I see that clip from time to time. There's 2 clips. There's 3 moments in this episode, which are 3 of my favorite moments of the show. And this is one of them. I don't know why. Tonight, I'm Frank Sinatra. It's I don't know. It's such a funny.
It's also just like a great name.
Yeah.
Like, whoever came up with Frank Sinatra. Mm-hmm. Credit to you.
Genius.
Mr. or Mrs. New Girl Writer.
And Jess is like, oh, no. You're the worst prankster in the world. Every time you do it, turns out either to be too big, and then we flash back to when he registered Nick as a sex offender.
That was crazy.
Crazy. Because you know what you'd have to do to register?
I don't want to know. Don't tell people.
Oh, my God. And then Too Small, where he put a blueberry in Schmidt's cereal.
That's my favorite.
Dying laughing about it.
So cute.
That's kind of what my daughter does. All her pranks are like, I'm telling you, she thinks a prank is like, she'll have like 5 carrots on her plate. And she thinks a prank is like hiding one of the carrots like under her chicken. And then going, Daddy, where is it? Like looking at me like, can you find it? Or
let's keep it there. Let's keep the pranks there with these kids. Like,
oh no,
pause there.
Oh no, she thinks if she kicks you down the stairs, that's also a prank. She's like, she thinks that would be funny. Anyway, Winston says it's too late to backtrack because the doo-doo is already mid-flight to the fan. The silly hounds have been released. Now, what could he be up to? Could it be too small? Could it be too big? You never know. And Jess just wants to go to Cece and Schmidt. Schmidt finds Nick. He's feeling dejected. Yeah. Cece's mom hates me. Like, Jay-Z, I have 99 problems. Now, Nick apologizes for screwing up this easy job. And he wants to make it up to him. He's his best man. You know what I mean?
I will say this moment where the 2 of them are sitting on the couch and not Cece's mom keeps coming up yelling at him. She brings him wine. She, she's doing something while she's like all mad at him. And Nick realizes that he's like falling in love with her. It's one of my favorite moments of the series. It is one of the best Nick Miller moments of understanding how he works.
Yeah.
It's like, stop yelling at me. I'm gonna fall in love with you. Like, the meaner she is, he's just drawn to her. I love it so much.
What's funny about it is it's also how he can communicate with anyone.
Sure.
How he communicates with Tran when he doesn't speak. And they form this like beautiful relationship.
That's right. He loves it.
Now he's communicating with her and he doesn't understand the word she's saying.
Loves it.
And she doesn't understand the word he's saying.
Yeah.
Anywho.
And Nick Miller's future, he'd be on like 90 Day Fiance. He'd be like, I need a woman.
I want to do that. I want to go to Colombia and then just be like, I don't understand words you said, but let's go.
Let's try.
Let's make it
figure
work.
it out.
Let's make it work.
Maybe it's easier to get yelled at if you don't understand what someone's saying to you.
Possibly. Yes. Because everything is a miscommunication.
That's right. You're like, all right, sure.
Now Nick is telling him he wants the hard jobs. So what do we need? Schmidt says it's an unfixable situation, and that's when Jess literally rolls up. I did not drive 15 miles in a gout throne to watch you give up.
Gout throne is amazing.
The gout. I know some people with the gout.
Me too.
It's crazy. Gout's crazy, man. And she wants to know, are you willing to do what it takes? Nick to not Cece's mom.
This is my favorite line.
Oh, this is that
That's
moment.
my favorite line. Stop being so mean to me. I swear to God, I'm going to fall in love with you. And then apparently what she says back is, I hope extra salt and chili gets in your food and you get loose motions, you idiot. Or like, I hope you eat too much spicy food and you get a stomach ache. Is wonderful.
That's hilarious.
That's his love language right there.
Loose motions. I'm going to start calling it loose motions.
Loose motions. Okay, so Jess goes on stage to introduce Mahat Moves Gandhi, and they begin to dance. I remember very clearly on the Saturday before we shot, there was a dance rehearsal. We were all at the dance rehearsal except for Zoe because she wasn't part of the dance. I was at the dance rehearsal. And the woman who was front and center in the dance was also the choreographer. And I'll never forget. It's so interesting because I'd never been part of like a big dance, really like routine thing ever. She kind of like had the dancers, do it. And then she kind of looked at us and watched us. And I think based on, she quickly assessed our capabilities and was like, okay, I'm going to have to tailor some of this. And I also feel like somehow, even though we were season 5, we were still somehow early enough that Jake Johnson agreed.
Yeah.
Because I feel like by 2 seasons later, that man would have been like, no way.
Yeah, he'd have been
But
like,
they
I'm good.
somehow still got him. That's right. He would have been like, I'm not doing it, you guys. Figure it out. Do something else. But they got him. And it is so funny and so good. I remember Max being so hard on himself because he actually wanted to crush the choreography, which he did. You were like, no issue. And me, I sat to the side.
You definitely did.
I sat to
And
the
I didn't
side.
have to do much, though. I just had to come in at the end.
Yeah.
Although I had to be at rehearsal. I was like, why do I got to be at
That
rehearsal?
was a lot. Well, I think they were trying to assess how much they could use or how like little they could use us, and
Because I was
trying to
crushing
figure
it.
all
Because I was
out.
crushing it.
You were. I have the video somewhere. I have to find it. I feel like I sent it to our group thread. I'm going to see if I can find it of the rehearsal because I was sitting there. And it's just Max really trying to grind out the choreography. And then you and Jake being like idiots. But you doing it effortlessly. And then Jake just being like, oh.
Jake was really struggling. Notice that when they did that heartbeat thing, he was just like,
I know. I saw that. I was like, where are your hands? Do you know it's a heartbeat?
what are you doing? What are you doing, man? What you doing?
What
you doing over
I don't
there?
know what that was. Perfect.
Nobody does. We're still trying to figure it out.
You know what's funny is that someone sent me an AI, like a recap of something, not for this, for something else. And it was written by AI. They just like screen grabbed it. We're like, oh, this is what it's about. And even looking at it, I was like, really? And then
You're
I
like,
went
no, it
and
ain't.
watched the thing and it wasn't. And apparently there is an AI recap of this episode. And it's like the Big Mama P episode of New Girl Season 5 features a song Ooh La La by Bapi Lahiri and Shreya Ghosal, a Bollywood-inspired track that plays during Schmidt's storyline as he tries to impress Cece's mother, played by Megan Fox's character, while Jess is recovering from injuries. This is why,
Wow.
if you're a student out there and you're writing your papers, okay, AI is not finessed yet.
Yes.
It will rat you out for trying to cheat. So
Yeah.
double check your stuff. I don't want you getting in trouble.
This is crazy.
Cece is overwhelmed about how amazing the dance is and that what Schmidt did for her, and is just like, she runs over, gives him a huge kiss, and looks back at her mom, hoping that look how incredible he is. This is amazing. And Mama is gone.
She gone.
Go.
She gone.
Bye-bye.
And they all run out to find Miss Parikh. And Jess says, look, it was my idea. I thought we could sway you with the power of dance. Cece's mom says, you really think dance is all it takes? Cece pours her heart out. I know Schmidt isn't what you imagined or what I imagined. The look he gives. He's like, what?
I know that look also. He's just like, well, okay.
Okay.
It's not going well.
I never thought I'd fall for the slim-hipped ghost of Tom Cruise. Remember when we used to always say Max looks like Tom Cruise? Mm-hmm. He just has a Tom Cruise energy. I think
He does.
runs
He
like
has
him.
that vibe.
Yeah. But I love him and I'm going to marry him. Mama P is unmoved. And she says, I will not give my blessing. And that's when Jess stands up with those two broke-ass knees. And she says, you have my blessing. And then just typical new girl fashion, we all go, you have mine. Mine too.
You know, I did not really I forgot how that ended. And it's a pretty strong choice from the show. There's no big win moment Cece has with her mother.
No.
Right? It's like her mom being like, I am disappointed in your choice and in you. And I just was like, wow, they really, this is why I think New Girl is quite a special show, right? It kind of just, it doesn't obey the formula
Right.
that you expect is going to happen. I watched this and I was like, oh, I guess she says at the end, I'm not happy, but, I did like the dance or something, I thought there'd be some sort of nod towards it in the formula that we all know so well in a network comedy. And it's not at all.
No.
It's a little bit sad, but then you realize, oh, this is Cece's family. These are the people that really love her.
I think it was all just one big setup for what happens next.
I think so too, actually. The whole show, by the way, is a setup for what happens at the end of the series.
Yeah. Winston says, hey, Miss Parikh, check your shoe. This is also what people don't know in that moment. I did it a few times to check your shoe. That take they used was me imitating Martin. Because that's how he would talk on the show sometimes when he was up to something. He felt like he was the man. He was like, yeah, believe that. So that's why I did that on this one. Miss Parikh, check your shoe. And she does, and there's a feather in it.
This part is crazy.
Put a feather in your shoe. That, to me, was another one of my favorite moments because I see that meme around and I get reminded of that moment. That to me, that's a Lily prank. That's definitely a Lily prank. She'll put a feather in your shoe and then just freak out about it. Way too small. And so they may not have the blessing of Cece's mom, but they have the love and the support of their best friends. Schmidt revises his original wedding vision to only the things that matter. The Venn diagram just includes photos of the loft gang, the squad. And then we end the episode with Winston sneak. Oh my God. Winston's creeped up in Jess's room, trying to tickle her foot through the cast, and then she just kicks him in the face. And then, like an idiot, he does it again.
I honestly thought that was the end of that little bit at the end. The fact that he comes back up and tries again, I was like, you're the dumbest boy alive. What are you doing now?
Yeah, what's the point? What is the point of that prank? Surprise.
Well, just got kicked in the face with a cast, bro.
And he's still going at it. The power of the prank knows no limits. So, Hannah, final thoughts on this episode before we never talk about it ever again.
I loved it. I feel like it was a really nice moment to kind of peek into Cece's world, get to know her a little better. And I feel like it was a really good moment for the show, for Cece to be now you get why she needs to be so embedded in the group and in the family, right? Because there was a journey. She used to live in a totally different apartment. She would never have dated Schmidt. They went through all their trials and tribulations. So to get that little bit of insight and for her to realize who really loves her, I thought was really sweet. And again, it's kind of like the penultimate episode we did for season 4, where they had to do so much heavy lifting so that they could really just lay the jokes into the finale. Yeah. I feel like they did that with the season premiere here. They really did a lot of story building So now we can just kind of watch Cece just be part of the group, and we get it. They did some big emotional work in this premiere, and I thought that was great.
Yeah, this is a fun one for me. Fun one for me to revisit in real time when you're shooting something like this, especially this being a pivotal episode and where my character's arc goes throughout the whole series. It was you don't know it in real time that's what it's going to be. So I probably had more fun watching it and reliving it than actually filming it, because you just film stuff and it's fun to do it, but you have no idea where it's going to end up, and it's kind of funny to look back.
I feel like this might not be correct, but I feel like with the feather in the shoe and the tickle foot thing, I feel like when it initially was happening, you either didn't love it, or I remember there was like a little bit of resistance, because exactly right. I don't think we knew in series this was going to be this huge memified thing that everybody loves, and it works. The too big, too small.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember if I wasn't on board.
I don't remember either,
but
really.
At that point, I'm sure I was on board. I mean, my character's done some dumb stuff. This is the least of the stupidity, but I feel like I was fine with it, but maybe I wasn't sold 100%.
Yeah, like was it too small? You know, I feel like there was conversations about the whole thing, but it's perfect. Now it's a classic. It's a classic.
And I think it could be a lot of that could be based on what he did the first time. He's like, I put a badger almost killed everybody. Like that was, and he's like, this time, I put a feather in the shoe. And so Lamorne was probably looking at it like, that's it. Like as we were reading the script, I did all that to.
Which is hysterical, because that's kind of what your character is saying. It's like, you should know me for these amazing pranks. This is not right.
Yes. I'm like, come on, man. We're the explosives. Someone on Reddit asks, where was Schmidt's mother? Because she wouldn't approve either.
I know it is a thought, and I'm like, well, you know, they got to pick and choose, you guys. It's still a TV show. They got to pick and choose. Schmidt's mama gets her own thing in the show.
Well, she got it. She got it right before, right? Remember the episode we reviewed? Yeah, when she basically said she had met you.
Yeah.
And then didn't know it was you.
Yeah.
But was like, no, you would never work with my son. Anyway.
I know.
Hannah, do you want to dive into this roomie message of the week?
Yes, I do. Hey, roomies. I just finished listening to Pantygate and wanted to share it. Panty. I like saying panty. 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 I just finished listening to Pantygate. I wanted to share my impression from when Jess and Nick are talking about who they see themselves growing old with. In each rewatch, and there have been many, I always feel like Nick kind of panics when Jess asks him. I think he sees Jess, but they're not together anymore, and he doesn't know how she feels or if she also sees him. So he panics and says, Winston. But then Jess always seems a little disappointed because she sees Nick. But he didn't say her, so she can't see him. So the only thing to say is agree with seeing Winston. I think this helps us start rebuilding the will they, won't they tension for the audience. But that's just my thought. Team Bear forever. Thank you so much, Becca. Becca from Florida. Listen, I agree with you. I think that's the thing. You want the other person to like lead and say it so it's safe for you to confess that you still have feelings for them. But if they don't, now you can't.
Yeah.
And they needed to put the will they, won't they back into the show. And that was a really smart way to do it. Pantygate was very good at that.
I was with you, Becca, the whole time until that last, to your sign off.
Becca. Y'all, this was a very fun one. Season 5. I feel like it's going to be a great season.
An epic season.
Yeah.
Well, thank y'all. Thank y'all for listening. We're going to be back next week with episode 502. What about Fred? Oh my God. Make sure you follow us on IG and TikTok at the Mess Around Pod. You can subscribe to the Mess Around Pod on YouTube. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Send us your questions, your concerns, anything, your semi-nudes to Hannah or at the messaroundpod@gmail.com. Send them all to Hannah, you guys. Now, you can also find us on Patreon.
Yes.
That's right. Well, we will then show all those partial nudes that you send. And then that's Patreon.
Here's the thing. I will tell you, you know who loves our Patreon so much?
Who?
My mom. So be careful because my mom's going to send pictures. Okay? I don't need to see my mama like that, okay? So
I do.
My mom is beautiful. My mom is beautiful. Everybody calm down. All right, yeah. Find us on Patreon, patreon.com/themessaroundpod. Y'all, we're just getting started. Boop, boop, boop.
The Mess Around is a HeadGum podcast created and hosted by Hannah Simone and Lamorne Morris. The show is produced by Wendy Heisler and engineered by Sam Rogich, with production support from Kyle Chevron and Ali Khan. Our executive producer is Anya Kanovskaya. Katie Moose is our VP of Content at HeadGum. Our theme music is by Ronald Jukebox Jackson. For more podcasts by HeadGum, visit headgum.com or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.
That was a HeadGum podcast.